Alright, here is the video review for the ThreeZero MDLX Bumblebee, which I assume stands for Mini Deluxe, although if I'm wrong on that, please let me know. But it's MDLX Bumblebee, which showed up and is actually a little smaller than I was expecting. It was kind of a surprise. I got a message that something was coming from ThreeZero the other week, and it was lighter than I would expect a package to be. It was only like maybe half a kilogram. And they had just sent recently, just before Christmas, they sent a 2022 little flippy desk calendar, which is really nice. They actually sent me two of them. I've got one on my desk at work. And I thought maybe it was some sort of small promotional item or something like that. Possibly the Iron Patriot, because that's a smaller figure. Like, it definitely wasn't like Jetfire or one of the bigger Transformers. And it got here today. I opened it up, and inside was this guy, who, like I said, he's smaller than I expected. And that's not a bad thing. Like, I'd seen some of the promo pictures, and I hadn't paid super close attention to a lot of the details of it. But he showed up today. He does come in a nice little, almost kind of Kamen Rider-y SHF box. Just like that, with some nice little art on it. But also, like, some of the promotional pictures make his visor look like it glows. And he's small enough that it doesn't, but that's part of the reason I thought he was a larger figure. And overall, he's really nice. Some people in some pictures I posted today said they wish his legs were black. And I think maybe the thighs could be black and give a nice little color balance, or at least some of this, like this darker blackish gunmetal overall. But it actually worked in hand. Like, in some of the promo shots, I'm like, that's a lot of yellow. And in hand, they really, with all the detailing and the painting and the panel lining and everything I've done, it looks really striking in hand with the yellow. Although, again, like I said, the thighs can maybe turn black. I think if you made the entire leg black, it would be too much, because I really like some of the yellow detailing and panels here, at least on the lower boot. But regardless of the color choice, it's a really fantastic little figure. It's super posable. It's non-transformable. We'll do a quick turnaround here. But just like the larger figures, the amount of detail into this thing, if you lift up his arm, you can see there's all sorts of like gears and kind of engine-y looking parts and robotic bits inside there. Same on the back of the legs. You can kind of see the headlights and some gears and detailing there in the ankle. It's got like a kind of cover for the wheel well, but if you look over here, he does actually have, they do spin. This one wasn't spinning earlier, but there actually are little individual wheels there and there's a little ThreeZero stamp on the bottom. But little wheels in there, you can see it actually is fully licensed by Hasbro. So some really lovely detailing on it, and he's quite posable. He's got a ball joint at the neck, and you can see he can look up and down. There's a ball joint on the head, and then the neck itself can move. So he's got a very nice range of movement in the head. The wheel, I thought when I first pulled it out, was on like a pivoting post, because it's on like a little post back here. It does not come out, and it also doesn't move. It's just kind of there on his back, but it's not a big deal. The shoulder pads lift up. He's got a range of motion there. You can see there's kind of a ball joint there in the shoulder itself, and then the armor moves separately. And then there's a hinge here at the shoulder. So inside the armor there's a bicep swivel, a hinge elbow there that gets a decent range of motion. It doesn't go quite, it goes well past 90 degrees. It's not double hinged. It doesn't look, oh, maybe it is. Actually, no, it is. It's hinged down here, and there is a hinge in there. So good range of motion there. There's a ball joint at the wrists, and the fists are swappable. We'll show off some of that. But you can see right here, he's got a little bit of an ab crunch. Actually, a lot of an ab crunch. There's even some nice little detailing there underneath, hidden by his canopy there in the back. The waist armor does move up and out of the way. They do say to lift it up before you move his legs up and about. But then he's got nice, see there's like a ball joint. It looks like there's a hinge there at the hip, and then a ball joint into the pelvis. Thigh swivel, dual hinge knees. You can see that little kneecap moves separately on the piece in the middle there. And then some really nice ankle tilt. Looks like there's maybe a ball joint up in the boot, and then a hinge there at the ankle. But a lot of good motion there, and you already saw the wheel moves. So he's super posable, and a really nice looking Bumblebee. I hope that was all on camera, because I just realized I was paying so much attention to the figure I wasn't looking at the screen. So fingers crossed on that. But just to reiterate, ball joint, superposable shoulders, bicep swivel, really nice dual hinged elbows, ab crunch, waist swivel, ball joint in the pelvis, dual hinge knees, nice ankles, really good little bumblebee. As for size, here he is. I took some pictures with him earlier, but there he is with Waspinator. So he's a roughly deluxe size, Kingdom Deluxe size-ish, although that can vary figure to figure. But if you want to have him punch out Waspinator, you can. Here he is with the Studio Series Sharkticon. Again, roughly deluxe size, obviously a little taller at the head. Actually, even a smidge taller there at the top of the teeth, but not by much. So a roughly deluxe sized little figure, which price-wise, I think he's $59, which compared to the scale of the deluxe figures, the larger deluxe figures, it's about right. Here he is, just real quick, if you want to put him in with, there he is with the deluxe Revenge of the Fallen Optimus. And while they're not 100% the same design cues, he actually kind of looks good with Optimus there now that I put him on that little thing. So swappable bits, you've got this closed fist that he comes packed with. And then he's got open hands. And again, there's it looks small, there's like a little ball joint there, but I haven't had any fears about that breaking, swapping the bits. Do be careful with it, just as a matter of course, but it seems like they've got there's a right solidity on the peg versus the softness of the hands. The hands and the neck are slightly rubbery for swapping bits. And I haven't, like I said, they hold tight, but they haven't had any issues. I haven't felt like there's any fragility issues swapping parts. I haven't felt any trepidation doing so. So he's got open hands, then he's got slightly open fists, and those will let him hold his gun. He does come with a small gun. There we go. It does help if you get the right angle trying to get these attached on, though. There we go. Nope. Okay, that's the first time I felt any trepidation trying to get these on. I don't know if there's something blocking that peg hole, or because I feel like I'm feeling it clip in. I haven't put this hand on here yet, so. Huh, I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure why that's not going on as easily as the other hands did. It doesn't appear to be anything mismolded in there, but maybe it needs to be cleaned out a little bit. Okay, let's put a fist back on. So yeah, it should just clip on like that. And then he can hold his small gun that comes with him. You just put it in his hand. You know, what's really cool, I love the head that this comes sculpted. He's got little eyes and a little face like his little horns. But you pop this off, and the ball joint's built into the head, and then you see there's the little posable neck there. But he also comes with a masked battle mask face. That, personally, may be my favorite of the two. I really love the look of it. But yeah, like I said, was not expecting it. I had seen some of the promo shots, but admittedly hadn't paid much attention to it, and thought it was a larger scale figure. So now I'm really looking forward to the Optimus and anything else they put out in this line, because this showed up and it's just really fantastic. It looks like he turns into he doesn't transform, obviously, but it looks like he turns into a beetle. He's got all the right parts. I love the little spinny wheels in his feet. Just some really lovely detail. And just look at that. All around on this guy. All the mechanical bits, the paint job. Everything about this is top notch. And I am super stoked to have this sitting on my shelf. He's going to get played with. He probably won't get played with as much as Cap. I'm still really enjoying Fans Hobby Cap. He's become my little bag buddy where he comes around me everywhere. But and I obviously I wouldn't just throw him in a bag because I don't want to risk it up. He's very premium, but really lovely Bumblebee from ThreeZero and their MDLX line. So if you've got it pre-ordered, you're in for a treat. If you don't have it pre-ordered and it looks interesting to you, I think it's worth picking up. He's small. He's smaller than I expected, but ThreeZero's putting out some really top-notch stuff, and I think he's worth it. All right, a real quick update here at the end on the open hand over here. It turns out there was like a little, the plastic had kind of closed up. There's like a little, you can see the ball, there's a little ridge that kind of clips over that ball. It had kind of closed up too tight on this one, and I managed to fix it because I just took a little pin and poked in there, and now it goes on, stays on, and is just as posable as the other one. There was just a little piece of flash keeping it from adhering properly, but it's fixed, it's fine, we're all good. So the one minor complaint I may have had about Bumblebee here is now gone. But yeah, really solid figure, definitely worth picking up. ThreeZero MDLX Bumblebee.